Hi, this is Jeremy Black with Flip.com, and I'm here with Sam Kimbrio, and we're going to talk about this amazing opportunity that he got dropped in his lap to move a house from in Golden, Colorado. So it's the ultimate fix and flip, and Sam's going to tell us about it, and we're going to follow this thing live. It's going to be raw, uncut footage of how this house got moved and what happened. So, Sam Kimbrio, welcome to FixandFlip.com broadcast. You're on the air.
It's good to be on, Jeremy. This has been a crazy week, as you know. We found out about 2 weeks ago that we had been given this house by the Colorado School of Mines. They put out a call probably 3 or 4 months ago that they were going to be trying to demolish a house, and then the Historical Society of the small town that we have a real estate office in, they said, no, you can't do that. You can't demolish a house, not an old one. So they said, why don't we help you get some media broadcast out there and see if somebody would come take the house. You could have it, you just have to move it. It was their call.
So they put it on TV? Is that what happened, or is it just in the paper?
You know, they put it everywhere. They put it in the paper. It was on all 3 of the major stations in Denver, and in fact, I think it was even on a couple of minor stations around the Front Range. And there were several people. I think they had about 60 applicants who said, "Yep, this."
60? 6-0?
6-0, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now the only problem was they had to have 3 basic things. They had to have a lot to put it on, as you can imagine. That's kind of a big deal. They also had to have the wherewithal to get it done. So they had to have at least some experience in houses of some kind and a way that they could get the thing done. And lastly, they had to have a moving company that had insurance. So those were the...
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of requirements.
Yeah.
That leaves me out, I guess, today.
Well, and that left a lot of people out, apparently. All but about 6 of us who finally submitted an application. Our application was reviewed by a whole set of people, both in the town of Golden as well as at the Colorado School of Mines. And I got the call that, hey, we're the lucky winner. Now, the exciting part of being the winner is also, you know, the good news is the bad news, as it were.
Yeah, thank you very much. I get the win. And so what does that mean now?
Exactly. So what do we do now? Well, we got to move this thing. And so we got with one of the home movers that we talked to. We got those guys in the house, looked at the foundation, tried to figure out exactly what's there. And the house was built in 1923, so it's an old brick house with, with all of the challenges that come with trying to move brick. Obviously, you've got mortar is probably the biggest challenge. You got to make sure that you lift this thing in a way that doesn't break all the mortar as you start.
You hold on a second. I'll see if I can pull that up. I think I can pull that up for us to look at. So people, we showed it to them on the. Let's see. We can do desktop. And I thought I had this set up so we could see it.
Oh,
whoa!
It's coming up.
You don't want to do that. I've done that before. It's infinite regress.
Yes, it is. I'm feeling smaller all the time.
Yeah. So, gosh, how do I get there? That is not something you want to do, and
this is like when you're a little kid and there were mirrors on 2 sides of a room and you were looking in one and seeing your reflection and you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. I love that.
Right. That's exactly it. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be able to pull that out without going crazy. So, anyway, we'll have a picture of it on the site. If you haven't been to FixandFlip.com, you can go there. You see several pictures of it across the top.
So, after years of fixing and flipping properties, and many of them Victorian properties, we've said, you know, this seems to make sense for us, and it really made sense from a historic standpoint. Jeremy, I'm convinced that if you work from your heart first and then from your head, you'll make better decisions and you'll have a lot more fun in life. And so, in this particular case, we really felt like, you know, that Victorian structure, that old piece of real estate was also an old piece of history, and from a time in our country's history where people thought a little differently and had different values probably. They had less technology in their life, and I'm a firm believer that if we're going to proceed well as a country, it will be because we sometimes take a look in the rearview mirror and see what people who founded this country and who've built this country year by year, what they thought, how they felt. So this particular house was owned by the gas station owner in Golden called Lookout Mountain Gas Station. And he built this house back in 1923. We know a little bit of the history of the house, and it's been fun to restore many of the...
kind of like a homesteader or something? They moved to Golden. Golden was kind of young then, and...
Yeah, Golden started out as as actually the capital of Colorado when Colorado was a territory.
Oh my God.
If you hang out at the Capitol Grill, get a beer down there, which is one of the only places that you can get a barman, which is Coors, top specialty beer. It's called a barman, and you can get that at the Capitol Grill, which used to be the capital of Colorado. That's where they had session.
At the beer joint? That was where they had session?
And I think we were probably a dry state at that point. So kind of an odd coincidence.
Okay.
So Golden, was home to Coors Brewing, but it was also home to a lot of the legislators would come in there. They went to the Astor House Museum, one of the buildings in downtown Golden that's significant for Colorado history. It's called the Armory Building, and it's built out of stones, big rocks, that came out of Clear Creek. And it was built as the armory for the cavalry, which was, at that point, defending the western frontier. And so this was built in 1860-something, probably 1869, I think. So this house, along with those pieces of property, have told a story about Golden. So we really felt like it'd just be great to keep this house around for future generations to be able to enjoy. So,
okay, so they said you're elected, you get the house, and now you have to move it within when?
Within about 6 weeks. So we've got to have it out of there sometime before June 15th if they can get all their paperwork put together. So now it was June 15th back on May 1st when they told us. Now it's still June 15th apparently, even though we still haven't gotten all the paperwork from the school and all the stuff that it takes to get it legally into our name.
Okay, so your estimates then on what it's going to cost to actually lift this house and move it how many miles? It's a couple miles, a mile and a half?
We're only going to move it about 1.3 miles. It's to a lot that we have in kind of that downtown core of Golden, but that has been sort of torn down. A lot of the houses in the area that we're going to move it into have been torn down over the years and made way for some industrial and some big office buildings. And so we said, let's see if we can put one of these old houses back in that area. And
so they have to lift the wires and...
Oh, yeah. Move the stoplights, lift the wires, it's got to have big I-beams that are put in underneath the house that will lift the house and keep it all in its original condition. It's all wrapped as well to keep the bricks all tight together. We'll probably crack a few places on the bricks. We'll also crack a few of the walls on the inside and have to go back in and repair those once we get it set down.
So everyone will know we are going to follow this story. We're going to have some video of this move. We're going to look at the outside, and then we're going to look at the inside before and after, and this will be an interesting story that we can all watch and keep up.
Great.
Flip.com. It'll all be there.
Thanks for helping us out, and we'll look forward to meeting on the next time. Actually, next time we're together, let's see if we can be down on the side of the house. And that site, we'll show you where it is right now. We'll walk you through the inside just to give you an idea, and then also show you the outside of the house and what we're going to try not to break. And so hopefully we'll be able to show you that. And then as the actual progression happens, we start getting the iron rebar and the supports underneath the house. We'll give you some updates on that as well to show you what we're doing.
So we're going to do this all live, people, and as I said, fix and flip raw. So all the mistakes, if mistakes are made, hopefully none, but surely something will happen. We're going to capture it all and be as straight up with you as we can as this progresses, because this is a unique opportunity, and it'll be fun to watch you, Sam, as you take this thing to the next level.
Good. Thank you very much.
All right. Until next time, Jeremy Black and Sam Kimbriel with FixandFlip.com. See you next time.